time of year again. It's back to school season. I don't know about you, but personally, I love the smell of fresh books, a new vibe, like the campus vibes and everything. So I am low-key excited for back to school. Not that excited because I don't like school and like exams and all that stress. I feel like school does have its positives, so focusing on those positives will help you when you're going back to school. So today I'm sharing with you the ultimate guide on how to go back to school on point. This video is going to include hacks to stay organized, how to navigate the social aspect of school, the must-have essentials, and also some tips on how to boost your productivity. So if you're ready to take on this school year and make this the best year yet, keep watching this video and let's get into it, how you can make this your best year. First things first, I want to talk about the mental aspect and the social aspect of school, because the social aspect is just as important as your academics. If your social life is not really popping, it's gonna reflect in your academics. And when I say like popping, I don't mean like you have to be super popular, you're going to all the parties and stuff. When you're happy with your social life, you'll do good in other places too, because no matter how much you may say you hate people, trust me, like, you need connections, you need friends, you need that vibe and to network. So it's really, really, really important that you have your social life in check and you try to make one. Because me at first, I was like, yeah,
I'm just gonna do school, get through school, do everything I have to do, and like not make friends, not do all that.
But thankfully, I decided to actually go out and put myself out there these past 4 years. So my university experience has been pretty good. I'm talking too much, so let's just get into this part of the video where we're gonna talk about your social life. Okay, so when it comes to school, there's gonna be drama, like period. Like there's gonna be drama, there's gonna be gossiping, there's gonna be all of that. You need to avoid that drama. Refrain from gossiping with other people and joining in on the drama. However, even though I'm saying to refrain from drama, I'm not saying don't listen to it. Because me, like, one thing about me, I love the tea. I love like getting the tea, the information. Like even if I don't know them that well, like I still want to know the tea. You know what I mean? I would recommend, just don't be a part of it. Listen to it, get the information, get the tea, get all of that, and then once you have that, just chill, like you got your tea. There's nothing wrong with enjoying some tea. Like we all love tea, it's human nature, we're all curious, we're all very nosy, but just don't join in on it. Because trust me, like if you're beefing with like a couple people at school, it's gonna be it's gonna be a hassle to keep that same energy. Being negative takes up more energy than being positive. And you're gonna be giving her some negative energy, obviously, because you don't mess with her. Nothing is worse than seeing people who you don't fuck with constantly. I've had my fair share of drama in school, and it's a lot of work. Being rude in itself is also another it's a hassle. Easier to give out positive vibes and positive energy instead of giving out negative energy. So refrain from it. Just don't engage in drama. Being in drama too is gonna taint your name. People can be making things up about you. People will just be hearing about you, and people can twist the narrative too. Like let's say one thing happened, but people are saying like other things happened and they're adding their extra 2 cents in, and it's gonna keep traveling around the school and everything. Teachers will hear about it, your peers will hear about it, so you just don't want to deal with that energy. Anyone test your patience, just take the high road. I know it's easier said than done, because I like to be petty, I like to get back at people sometimes, but realistically, if you think about it, it's not worth it. In the end of the day, they're gonna look stupid and you're just gonna look like okay, period. Like everyone's gonna be respecting you, but that person's out there trying to tarnish your name and they're not getting a response. You always take the high road and be that girl. You know what I mean? Keep it cute. So another tip to help you navigate your social life, this one might be controversial, but you should be single. Being in a relationship is not a bad thing. A lot of benefits to being in a relationship. It's a normal experience. Like most people are probably gonna date this, not probably, like there's gonna be relationships that are formed this year, and dating is just a natural experience in life. However, how cliche this may sound, going through school being single has actually helped me a lot, has given me so much confidence and like respect and like independence in my life. Never relied on any man to do anything for me. I've always relied on myself to get everything done, because you have time to pamper yourself, you have time to to do self-care, hang out with your friends, like journal, take time for your mental health, take time to be away. You know what I mean? You don't owe anyone anything because you're just single. But honestly, being single really allows you to find yourself and just be free and just like have no stress, you know what I mean? That's why I recommend being single throughout your education. However, not like the whole way, because I mean like it's kind of bound to happen eventually, But I think it's really important in high school. You don't need to date. Like, even though people think like, oh yeah, in high school dating is like, you know, you look so cool, like da da da. It's really not. Like, it's literally like in high school you don't even know what you're doing. I would say still you don't have to date anyone in college or university. Definitely, you know, go on dates and go on dates with guys, go on dates with girls, like see what you like, just have fun with it. And like just casual dating to me, I think is a better option than like a serious relationship. Because a serious relationship is not a joke. You guys have dedicated your time to each other, you guys have committed to each other. And a lot of people at this age don't understand the gravity of a serious relationship. Instead of wasting your time trying to find someone, just find yourself, be single, be independent, make sure you are good alone. If you're good alone, you're actually so powerful. This is kind of becoming like a pep talk right now, but let me just, since I'm going, I'm just gonna keep on going. You are so powerful when you are alone. Like when you can be independent and you can rely on no one, like you got yourself, like, you know, you pay your bills, you can take yourself out, you can treat yourself, you enjoy your own company too. That's the biggest one. Like you're literally so powerful and no one can take that away from you. You want to focus on being alone and be able to do things for yourself, and the most important thing is to be okay with being alone, like by yourself. You want to make friends still, you want to like have a social life, but in the end of the day, like let's say you have a problem, you want to be able to kind of deal with it yourself, talk to yourself about it, and then if you need extra help, of course take the extra help. But it's just super important to make sure you got yourself. It's super important not to hold everything in, because you still want to reach out, get help, get everything that you need. However, it's just super important to have yourself and to know that you can get through anything by yourself, because you're literally so powerful. As I said, like no one can take that away from you. I'm gonna stop ranting right now, but really, like I just go hard for this, and my girls, like you guys, don't be chasing these boys. Like don't be chasing them. At this age, they don't want a serious relationship. They just want to have fun and live their lives. Girl, please, please just leave them alone. So while we're on the topic of dating, another huge tip that you should take away from this video, if you don't take away anything from this video, let it be this: don't date an athlete. Like obviously I always have to put like a disclaimer. Everyone's not the same. We can't stereotype every single athlete out there. 9 times out of 10 or 9.5 times out of 10, they don't want a serious relationship, girl. A lot of people want them, and like there's a lot of parties that go on, and especially if they live on campus too, girl. Like y'all might call me a hater. I feel like you guys are gonna call me a hater, but it's just like leave it. Just honestly, just drop it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the stress. Be single and don't date an athlete, guys. So another way to elevate your social life in school is to join activities and join clubs and join sports. This might be like a basic one, but it's true, and you really should put yourself out there just to at least attend some events. Like your school, I know universities and colleges host like a lot of events throughout the year. Go to them. Like I love going to the basketball games at my school. It's a vibe. There's people there. You can like talk to people, have fun. It's good vibes. Definitely recommend going to these events. Find people, go with maybe some of your friends, or go by yourself, and you can literally make friends too. Because in this life, you're gonna have to talk a lot. Like regardless, you might be a really shy, introverted person, but you have to talk. You have to talk in job interviews, you have to talk in class, make presentations in class. Talking is part of life, so definitely get yourself out there, get your behind up and join sports, join a club, join activities. Anyways, let's keep on going. Okay, so the last point I want to make in this part of the video is just to approach everything with an open mind. Approach life with an open mind, approach new activities with an open mind, new friends with an open mind, everything with an open. Your mind is so powerful. So if you're telling yourself, oh, I'm not gonna make any friends, or this is so stupid, like why am I here, da 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 da, like it's gonna ruin your whole vibe, it's gonna ruin your whole mood, and it's just gonna affect everything, and you're not gonna get the most out of your university, college, or high school experience. Definitely want to keep your affirmations high, keep your mind high, keep your vibrations high, keep affirming yourself that you're meant to be who you are, like you're an amazing person, like you're that girl. You're gonna see a change in your personality. So instead of like saying, oh, I'm so scared to join this thing, you can acknowledge like, okay, like I'm a little bit nervous to join this, but I'm super excited to see and meet new people. That's what I'm trying to do in my life too, because there are certain things where I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Like I'm not gonna do that. And now I try to do a double take and be like, you know what? Let me just give this thing a chance. Like I haven't even tried it, so I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. Approach life with an open mind. You're gonna see how your life is gonna change. I literally feel like a motivational speaker right now, but we're going. Like I'm gonna take it and we're gonna keep on going, because we're gonna have a good ass school year this year, right? Right. Okay, so now that you know how to navigate your social life of school, let's just get into what you should include in your emergency kit. Anything can happen at school, like literally anything can hit you. It can get a headache, you can get your period. So you always want to stay on point and make sure you have everything you need. I'm gonna give you guys like the basics on what you should include so you can go to school and slay and not have to deal with any type of stress. Okay, so some things you want to include is some bandages. Usually schools already have bandages though, like the office will have some. I always forget band-aids, but like I feel like it's super important. So yeah, make sure you have band-aids. So pain relievers too is something important that you want to include because your period can hit anytime. You can get a headache or you can just have some cramps. Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure you have some painkillers. Anyways, you want to include wipes in your emergency kit too. Sometimes like you might have to kind of do a quick like, you know, wipe your face, like, you know, you're sweaty or anything. Like you just want to make sure you have wipes because wipes are super important to have. So now sanitizer too is another important thing you want to include. I can't tell you how many times when I'm about to eat my food, I'm like, oh shit, like where's hand sanitizer? And I never have it. Like let's say you don't have access to a washroom, you don't have access to wash your hands thoroughly. So instead, you know what you can do? You can just use some hand sanitizer and sanitize your hands. Also, having a mini mouthwash too is a great way to always stay on point, and you should include it in your emergency kit. I used to have the spray one where you just spray it into your mouth, so you don't even have to worry about putting it in your mouth, gargling it, and then throwing it out. Then you just spray it 1, 2, 3, and you have a good breath. Because after lunchtime, some people's breath be stanking. Like I remember in high school after like lunchtime, like I'd be talking to some teachers after and their breath was stanking. Like it was too strong. I'm like, y'all need some mint, you need some gum, you need some. Yeah, so you don't want to be that person, so make sure you have some mouthwash in your bag. Speaking of the mouthwash, you also want to bring some floss too, because I can't tell you how many times I've had food stuck in my mouth after eating because I forget to check my teeth. And when people will look at you and not say anything, it's like, bro, just tell me. Like, rather you tell me than me to walk around for like the next 5 hours with shit stuck in my teeth. Like, come on now. Oh yeah, definitely bring floss and make sure you don't look crazy. So you always want to have a portable charger or just bring your charger with you. Schools should have a lot of charging ports so you don't have to worry about that. If you're on the go and you need to charge your phone, a portable charger is perfect. I don't leave my house without my portable charger. I got 2 and I'm gonna keep it that way. I rely on my phone so heavily that if my phone died, I would not know how to get home. Like, obviously I know how to get home from school to like my house and stuff. It'll be like a struggle because like I'm gonna have to find when the bus comes, call an Uber, and like I can't do that if I don't have my phone. So I would have to ask other people. It's just like too much work, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, let's get into how to stay organized this school. Because if you are not organized, you will fail your academics. Trust me. Because when you have a clear plan in place, you're more likely to not waste time and to get everything you need to get done in an efficient manner. And you're gonna accomplish more in less time. Literally, time is so expensive, so accomplishing multiple things at once is super beneficial and super important. So the first thing you should be doing is creating a study schedule. So develop a weekly schedule that's gonna outline your class times, like your socialization time, your study time, and also like if you have a job, like you're gonna also wanna include that. And this can be hard to stick to, so you want to make sure it's very realistic and just very like attainable. Like you know yourself the best, so you know what you're capable of. So just keep adjusting it until it starts working for you. Because my toxic trait is to like list 100,000 things to do and not getting to any of it. I just keep it realistic and I just do what I gotta do for that week. So you guys remember when I told you to buy a planner? You're gonna be using your planner. It's gonna help you stay organized. Planner is gonna help you stay on top of everything you need to do because you're gonna write down all the events you have to attend. You're gonna write down all of your assignments, and when you can see everything due clearly, it's gonna make your brain comprehend it better, and you're gonna be able to efficiently function and get your ish done. Because when you see everything you're supposed to do, you can work on it bit by bit by bit and keep chipping away at it until you're completely done. Never used a planner before? I don't know what you're doing. Start using a planner. You should also have a designated study space. So create a clutter-free and comfortable space in your home to make it your designated study space, and to avoid you having to constantly get up, because that's gonna keep distracting you and you're gonna find distractions along the way. Also, having a designated study space is gonna help train your mind and body that when you sit down in your study space, it means work time. It means we're gonna work and we're gonna be productive, because your body and your brain need to be trained on that. Organize your supplies, your textbook, and everything that you need in arm's reach to avoid distractions. For example, like your body and your brain knows that when you're in your bed, when it's time to sleep, you're gonna lie down. Your body's gonna naturally become comfortable, it's gonna relax and just like fall asleep. So definitely have a designated study space. And I know some people like to be studying in their room or in their bed. Don't do that. Like you can study in your room obviously, but I wouldn't recommend studying on your bed. Like your bed is supposed to be your sanctuary, your peace, so don't do that. So you're gonna wanna prioritize certain tasks because there's gonna be a lot of things you're gonna have to get done. That's the unfortunate reality of life. Like there's so much things to get done, because if you're just kind of like everything's important, like you're gonna miss important deadlines, you're gonna miss things. Star which ones are the most important that you need to get done, like today or tomorrow or the next day. Star those ones and make sure you get those ones done. Also, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're decluttering your space regularly. Like, declutter your files on your computer, declutter your like space, your bag. You're gonna probably end up having a bunch of shit that you don't need. Declutter regularly because it's gonna help you stay organized and focused, and also it's gonna free up a lot of space. Because I'm the type of person, I be waiting till last minute, then my phone storage is full or my laptop storage is full. I have to delete a bunch of stuff, and it's usually at the worst timing ever. Really would encourage you to declutter regularly. Okay, also to save time too, meal prepping and planning is super important. Realistically, planning your meals for the week is probably the best way, but it's kind of a lot of work too. And like, I can't plan that far in advance, so I just plan the day before. You don't want to be having to pay for food all the time because it can get expensive. Like, it's very easy because there's so many food options around universities, colleges, high schools. Make sure you plan your food, plan your snacks and everything. Because also like, and bring snacks too, because when you're in lectures, those long ass lectures, you're gonna get hungry. And when you're hungry, you're not gonna be listening to anything that professor is saying. When I'm hungry, I'm thinking of food. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat next. And my last tip for you to stay organized this school year is to use technology to your advantage. And like, there's so many ways that technology is helping us, even though some people are kind of against it. Like, I understand their reasoning. I feel like technology is great and you should just use apps and everything that are gonna help you stay productive. The main one I'm gonna recommend is ChatGPT. Utilize AI. Like, AI is not going anywhere. Like, people are against it, but it's still gonna be pushed out. Like, AI is literally everywhere. Like, it's everywhere now. You might as well use it. I mean, no point in fighting it, so use it. Like, ChatGPT has helped so much with like essays and stuff, assignments. Like, let's say you're kind of confused on a certain subject, ask ChatGPT a question and it can help. I use ChatGPT for a lot. Like, I use ChatGPT to plan my YouTube videos, to like kind of give me an outline of my assignments. Like, if I'm writing an essay, like it'll help me like have a good outline, and it saves so much time. So yeah, make sure you utilize AI and technology to your advantage. So anyways, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned everything you needed to learn. I know a lot of people dread school, and I low-key dread school too, but it's a part of life. We have to go through it, unfortunately. Like, it's just part of life. Instead of approaching school with a negative vibe, always approach it with a positive vibe, and you're gonna see how amazing your school year is gonna be. You're gonna have an amazing school year. Always reaffirm yourself, always stay organized, take that initiative to be open-minded in everything, and you will slay school. And I will see you in my next video. Peace.